We have the plastic on the doors so that they can't slam. But the downside of the not slamming is that if you don't shut it properly, it whizzes open, which is a pain in the arse. Chairs have feet. Oh, they've also got dog hairs on the bottom. Oopsie. So the chairs have feet so they don't scrape because they're noisy. You know, people make noise getting out from the table. You can't not, can you? But for Adrian, that's a massive no-no. The bin, but what happens when you flip the top? Hits the side. So you buy a bit of plastic that you stick on there and it absorbs the noise. Perfect. My friends get a bit cross with me. How is everything? I say, oh, it's fine. They say, no, it's not fine. But fine is easier than explaining what the problem is. Because you don't want people to know what the problem is half the time. Because they can't provide a solution. Home is our safe place. If we're outside, that's when there's danger everywhere. A lot of people have tinnitus. It's a very common problem. You know, a little ringing in the ears. Well, his is a racket. He says it's a racket in his ears. I don't know what it sounds like, but I do know how it affects him. His ears are so sensitive that low decibel level, his tinnitus goes up. So he has to be very, very, very careful.
For me, it's like white noise when you're tuning a radio. High-pitched and pretty intense. This is racket in your head and you just can't get rid of it. No one else can hear it and it's there all the time. A door swinging shut. Even a knife dropped on a hard floor. That's enough to affect my ears, potentially on a permanent basis.
I just try and creep around, not creep around, but I suppose not make noise. We spend a lot of time in different rooms. I suppose, in a way, we sort of live separate lives. It sounds awful, but I suppose we do. The worst thing for me to do would be to do something to increase his tinnitus, which is why, if ever I do something, I tend to have to take myself off because I'll get very upset. Because I know that it'll affect him forever. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, it's difficult. It's difficult.
The low times were very low, horrifically low with depression, and that has stayed with me. I was desperately trying to be normal, trying to keep my disability within myself and go into situations where there was noise, hoping that I'll be okay. And, you know, that was costly because sometimes I'd get away with it, but other times, unfortunately, I wouldn't, and my tinnitus would get worse. So I moved to a scenario whereby it became very black and white. If I was outside of the house, I needed to protect, no matter what people might think of me, what I might look like. It's very much a solo thing. It does make you quite selfish in some ways. When I was younger, I used to go to loads of football matches, you know, loads of concerts. Those things, obviously, I can't do anymore. Anywhere where there's going to be volume, noise, I've had to take that out of my lifestyle. I just make sure I create the environment that I can meet people under quiet surroundings.
Well, it's just very sad, isn't it? His daughter's pregnant. Obviously, she announced it to us together. And obviously it's a very, very exciting time. And Adrian was, babies make noise. And that was it wasn't his first thought, but it would have been his second thought. You know, it's a very exciting time, but for him, it's another thing that he can't control. So, I don't know, it's going to be a very, very difficult time.
Rustling of the leaves, the birds, the trees, the wind. It's just such a lovely, lovely distraction. Listen to that. Oof. It's just a welcome relief from the horrible, buzzing, tinny, different noise that I sometimes get in my head. It's just lovely. Sometimes if tinnitus gets too loud to hear people, that's how I feel that it is. I'm like, sorry, what? Sorry, you have to come closer, I can't hear you. But it's like, oh, bumblebee. It's just too nice out here to be upset. I was walking up here and everything was okay, and then suddenly the pain and the noise was just atrocious. And then I looked back and it started to subside a little bit, so Dave was like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. And I didn't say anything. And it went. And then the next morning, I got woken up about 4:30 in the morning to the most atrocious tinnitus sound. It was so loud, it was like I'd been out on a night out with loud music all night. And then it never went, and you never forget. Like literally, I know that this is where it started, because it was just awful, and that's nearly a year ago. I knew it was tinnitus. Just the noise. It's so intrusive. The high-pitched whistling sounds like house alarms, spikes, where it's like a substation constantly. You know, the night time, you go to bed when you are exhausted. If you go to bed too early, it can be an absolute nightmare. You just can't relax. There's never any peace. So I arranged for a hearing test, and they said that I've got high frequency hearing loss in this ear. I'm hoping that to get a hearing aid, it will bring background noise forward, so I'm hearing that instead of the tinnitus, so that in time that just gets completely blocked out. I think that's what I'm hoping for.
He started wearing hearing aids in his 30s because he has hereditary deafness. The tinnitus was always in the background, but it wasn't a major issue. That all happened just after his 50th birthday. He went to I think it was a rugby match, and tinnitus went up and it didn't come down, and then that was it really. It's just got worse and worse since then.
I tried to almost shield Sally. I don't want her to be miserable because of my situation.
You don't have the fun, the jokes. So if I have to repeat myself 6 times, it's not quite so funny on the 6th time. Because it's not his fault, that's the thing. It's not his fault. Ever.
Our grandson was born a couple of months ago, and Sally is helping out babysitting for a week. Obviously I'm not involved. I could go over, but it would be difficult because obviously babies aren't quiet. So I'd be a bit of a spare part. Ah!
He's not behaving himself particularly because he knows that Granny's going to be in charge later on, so he's getting himself into a frenzy. Do you want to see Pops?
There he is, Oscar. Oh, lovely boy. Lucy, are you all ready for the big dinner?
I do. I've got my tan on.
I know, I can see. So it's going to be a late night.
Yeah, I'm babysitting for Big Sal. Hello, sweetheart. Here he is. Look.
Here he is. Oh, come on, big smile, Oscar. You'll be Granny tonight. Hmm?
Granny in charge.
Granny in charge.
Yes. I'm my tea. But no, we're having a nice time, aren't we? Just hanging out.
Okay, bye.
Be good.
It kind of brings it into focus, you know, what kind of communication I'm going to have with him, relationship I'm going to have with him. Eventually he'll learn, I think, to be quiet around me, but it's going to take quite some time, quite a few years. So yes, it's a shame because in terms of communication I'll have to do it through Zoom or FaceTime. So as he learns to form words, then conversations will have to take place through that medium. It's not going to be the same as other people, but I can still cuddle and hold and all that kind of stuff.
See you later, Aggie.
So looking across the pitches, we get to these sort of mid-range, higher pitches, and this is where there was that deterioration in your hearing. We hear important sounds, and our emotional brain responds to those as a fight or flight response. Other background noises are filtered, our brain picks up on it. What is it? Do I understand it? No, it's not important, it's filtered out, and that's why we generally manage really well hearing speech in background noise. So with tinnitus, sometimes the filtering system or the process doesn't quite go to plan. So we produce these little sounds we normally filter out. And so the idea of the hearing aid is to give you the high frequencies that you've been slightly missing and filling in the gaps of what your brain's then picking up on the tinnitus, and that's become the vicious cycles.
Even wearing the hearing aid, I can still hear the tinnitus.
Yes.
And like, for instance, last night I was really engrossed in a programme. And then and I've got my hearing aid in, and out of the blue, it goes higher. Been really trying to ignore it, you know, be busy. And just feeling really low, actually. Even with the hearing aid in, it's still very, very loud, the tinnitus. So I can hear it on some walks that I go on, which was like my escape from it.
Sometimes you feel like you're taking a million steps back. Don't feel now like this is the end. This is the start of your journey. Sometimes it's not a journey you want to be on, but we're here to support you as a tinnitus service.
It's just constant in your head. If I hold my ears, really press hard and then let go, for that split second, I don't hear it. It's just amazing just to have the tiniest little bit of nothing and it just comes in again. And it's just at that level all the time. My son's got a heavy metal gig in September, and in my mind I'm going to that. I just want to be able to listen to it like everybody else. Dead loud, dead good. And then I just think, what if it does do some damage? What if it does make it worse? But I can't let it win. I can't let it beat me. I'm not going to let it ruin my life. I can't. No.
So I've got to walk with my head up. Da, 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 just the one crutch. It's not bad, is it? So it's 115 degrees knee flexion. Not bad. I'm very happy girly. I've come down for a total knee replacement. I will have been away for over 3 weeks. Probably the longest he's had to cope on his own, I would say. I need a decent knee. I need to be able to go out, walk the dog, have a life. It's very important to me. If I don't get out, I would go mad. Often when I go out, if I'm invited around to other people's houses, Adrian wouldn't go. And I always feel a bit like I'm a widow. I don't have another half that comes with me. I'm the person sitting on the end. I don't know, it's a bit sad. Sorry. I pay quite a good merry widow though. Sometimes I don't go because I don't want to go. Because I don't want to be seen as Billy No Mates. But it's fine. Where's Adrian? Hi, Shooks. You there?
Hello.
Oh, here we go. Hello. I can see you.
Testing.
Yeah, you're very testing. I can see you. You been keeping busy?
I'm having a lovely time.
I'm glad you are.
I've got Agnes and Eleanor at 11:30.
It seems to be an awful ladies involved. I don't think I'm worried because I know Agnes is in her 80s, so that's fine. So how do you manage in her house? Because half the time when I'm with you, you miss parts of conversations.
Well, I do. I missed half of it.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, look, I'm going to have to go in a minute, owing to my social life being interrupted by you.
Thanks very much for that. Well, you have a lovely lunch.
We'll have another talk over the weekend.
Okay, excellent.
All right.
Okay, have a good lunch. Okay,
Yes. And
be
you,
good. Bye.
I haven't asked how you are.
I know,
okay, aren't you?
you've ignored me completely. I'm 1 week post-op. I'm fine.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay, bye. He doesn't give a monkey's about me. But it's nice. I'm delighted he's seeing all these people and getting in contact with people and socialising. Because he's obviously gained in confidence, I would say. I never thought he'd do as much as he's doing. Sly old boy. Honestly, he's done so much. He's been to see all sorts of people. So, you know, I'm proud of him. I know he can do it.
Next time I see you, Josh, you'll be there. Oh. Enjoy. Enjoy. See you later, Josh. Mind your guitar. Oh, God. Gosh. Oh, it's so exciting. This is going to be the first gig. These are loop earphones and they reduce noise by 18 decibels. I'm going to take them because I just don't know if it's going to spike my tinnitus, if it's going to make it worse. So I'm a little bit nervous, but there is no way that I'm missing out on Josh's first gig, and I'm just going to risk it. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm just excited. I can't wait.
Encouragement. You're gonna kick ass. Is that no? Okay. You're gonna be so too cool for school. Okay, he's having
It was better than I could have ever imagined. It was just epic. I haven't got the words. I'm so proud right now. I kind of started filling up a bit, and I was like, no, this is really embarrassing. Keep them in. But wow, absolutely amazing. It's like a big break from my tinnitus. It's perfect, and at the moment I can't even hear it either because I'm just so buzzing. But wow, it was just the best day. And everybody was just coming up to me saying, he's so good, and I'm like, yes, he is, look. And he was just smiling at me. He kept smiling at me and I was smiling back, and the eye contact, because we knew he was like that. Epic. The way I am feeling now is you can't let it ruin your life. If you've got it every day and there's no cure, you miss out on so much. You've just got to go and enjoy life and then deal with it when it happens. I won't let it stop me.
Here we are, boy. Come to your old Popsy. Come on, you. There we go.
Yeah, you love your Pops. Yeah.
Pops loves you as well. Oh!
Are you with your Pops? Are you with your Pops? Yeah. You can kind of pick up when he's about to turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
back to Mumsy, I think. There we go.
Yeah. But even sometimes when he starts to cry, I have to give him to Alex, because I have hearing aids and tinnitus myself.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fantastic to have Oscar here. Yeah, he's a very special little boy, and I have to say I'd completely forgotten what it was like to have a baby around, and that's reconnected all those feelings. Yeah, special feelings too. I feel I got a lovely little connection with him, especially when he gives me a big smile. And picking him up, I was a bit kind of, oh, can I do this? But now I feel a bit more comfortable, and I think you feel a little bit more comfortable too. But yeah, I've been singing songs to him and reading books and having a lovely time, and even batting things on my back. When he's been next to me batting things, I'm batting things with him. So I hope he remembers me next time I see him. But in terms of noise and tinnitus, there's been a few moments where I've wondered, and I've got the old noise meter out. But I think that it's such a special time. I've been prepared to put up with the consequences. Can you press the cocky doodle-doo? Oh wow! Cock-a-doodle-doo, did you hear that? Yeah, I know the risk, but the reward is just massive. So, okay, yeah, you're going to get a spike, but it's worth it, you know, in terms of a future relationship. Yeah. That's me. This is a very special situation, and I guess I'm more prepared to take risks because of that. You know, rather than to go out of the room every time he comes in, which is maybe what I'd do for another baby. The birds began to sing, and the cow is teaching her calf to moo. Right, let's go back to make some noises.
Is that like Daddy's car?
Do it again.
You hear the little piggies? What do the pigs go?
Fantastic. I never thought I'd see anything like this, to be honest. I thought he'd be switched off, ear defenders on, but no, it's great. It's fabulous. He's a very content, happy child. He's very relaxed. He might have been caught out once with him, but he rarely screams. But no, I never thought he'd do this, ever. So it's really lovely, very special. He's wanted to get a relationship with him. He didn't know whether he'd be able to, but obviously he has. And I think that's just... He lights up the room. You know, if Oscar's in here in the morning, he'll go, oh, there's my lovely boy, and he'll come and talk to him, and I never thought that would happen. I never thought that would happen. I think joining more with family, 5 of us, how many of us? 5 of us have been sitting in the TV room together or watching telly, and no, it's been nice. No, it has been lovely.
Should we see what's on the next page? We see what's on the next page, Oski.